Okay, this is going to be a lesson on line of best fit. We covered a little bit of the basics a week or so ago. Want to get into more depth of the prediction values. So a lot of this stuff is going to stay the same. All right, the big thing you want to make sure you have down is how to write the equation of the line. All right, in Desmos, so it should be y, little curve bracket, a, x1 plus b. Okay, now this goes in Desmos. Okay, now your answer as far as your equation goes, y equals x, all right? You want to put your A result here and your B result here, okay? All right, that's sort of how that's going to go, all right? Okay, so what I want to do, let me pull up the Desmos. All right, so I want to start with hitting this plus and putting my table in. So I got 1 and 8, okay, 2 and 17, 3 and 28, 4 and 39, 5 and 59. All right, now I want to put this stuff in. I'm going to put y1. I hit the ABC deal, hit this little curve thing, then A, X, 1, okay, plus B. All right, plus B. Okay, now, my equation here, okay, is this A is going to go in front of X and the B is going to go there. So I got Y equals 12.4X minus 7. Okay, all right. Now, what I want to do, okay, is I want to read these values, okay? This next part is the new part. It says find x when y is 100. So it's telling me y is 100, I want to find the x, okay? So what I do is I pretty much, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, just hit this, okay? So I want to find when y is 100, so I drag this thing until I get to y is 100. All right, getting close. Yep, so about right there. Okay, all right, and so x is about 8.63. 8.63. Okay, you can be sort of close. If you want to put 8.62, you're fine. Just be relatively close. Remember, the line of best fit is just a prediction anyway. Now this says find y when x is 12. So what I want to do is I want to move this till I get the x coordinate being 12. Okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, x coordinate getting close to 12. Okay? It's 141.8. So you just drag that until you get those values. Okay? That's how simple that is. Just drag with your pen or your finger or whatever till you get to those values. They tell you x is 12. All right? That's what you do. Is you drag to get to those values. All right? Let's do another one together. Using line of best fit, let's write the equation. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and delete this table, and I'm going to add a new table in there. All right? So -1 and 30, 0 and 24, 1 and 17, 2 and 10, 3 and 4. All right. Okay. Once again, I do y1, curve bracket, curve thing. Okay. A, x, 1 plus b. Okay. All right. And that's my equation. All right. Y equals -6.6x plus 23.6. All right, now this next one says find y when x is 12, okay? So what I always want to do is I want to drag this thing till x is 12. Okay, that's -55.6. Okay, so you just got to drag, and it might be hard to see with my hand there, but just want to drag that to that point. Then it says find x when y is 61. Okay, so I just want to figure out where y is 61, and I want to get close to it. You might not be able to get, so that's about negative 5.6, okay? Once again, as long as you're reasonable, as long as you're close, it's all that really matters, because remember, this is all predicting anyway, all right? So what I'd like you guys to do is go ahead, pause your video, go ahead and try this, answer, and go formative, okay? All right, here's how we do these questions, all right? Let's go over these. So this one would be 0, 3, 118, 234, 468. Oh, oops, I missed one. Hold on. Oh my goodness. 3 and 51, 4 and 68. All right. So I just come up with my equation, y1, curve thing, ax, 1 plus b. Okay? So I got 16.3 for A and 2.2 for the B. Okay? Find x when y is 92. So I want to find the x when the y is 92. All right? All right, so I go up there. All right, getting close. All right, getting closer to 92. And that might be as close as I can get. All right, about 5.5 as you can see. Pretty close to that, so that's going to be 5.5. Okay, find y when x is 9. All right, so let's find when x is going to be 9. All right. Okay, so we want to get about there. That's 149 or 148.9. 148.9. Once again, as long as you're close, you're going to get credit. Okay? As long as you're close, you're going to get credit. Full credit, that is. All right? Write the equation, okay, of this one. So I'm going to delete this table. All right? Put the table back in. All right? -5, -7. -3, 1. -1, 8. 2 and 16. 4 and 28. Okay. All right. So I want to go y1, curve bracket ax1 plus b. Okay. And I got 3.67 for a. Put that with x, and then 11.40. Okay. Find x when y is 52. All right, so I want to move this so I get the y being 52. So about 11. Okay, x will be about 11. Find y when x is 14. So I want to move this until I get to the x being 14. 62.88. Okay, and that's the prediction. Okay, now, all right, why do we do this? We do this to actually come up with things and help predict real life examples. All right, now it says hours and money. Okay, use a line of best fit. Now here's what's key. This will be your x. This will be your y. Okay, all right, that's going to be very important. So hours is x, money is y. Okay, so I'm going to do the same table here. Okay, all right, I don't need to worry about turning the table horizontally. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I got 15, and then 139. Okay, then I got 21 and 195. Then I got 30 and 280. And then I got 42 and 388.5. Okay, same deal. Y1. curve bracket A, or curve thing, AX1 plus B. Okay? All right, now, this one did not ask me for my equation, so that did not really matter here. So when I read the problem, this is what you got to sort of figure out, is what do they give you and what are they trying to find, okay? So here they said, predict the amount of money made when they gave me 80 hours. So they gave 80 hours, okay? So what letter is the hours, okay? The hours is X. So you want to find the other letter. So I want to find Y, okay? So 80 will be X. I want to find Y, okay? All right, so 80 is going to be the X. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom really far out, okay, because I got to go all the way to where 80 is, okay? Now, 80, when they gave me X, I got to find Y. That's $740.87. So $740.87, okay? All right, and that's what I had to find, how much amount of money. How long will it take to make 1,000? So they gave $1,000, which is Y. So if they gave Y, I have to find X, okay? All right, so I want to go to when it's $1,000, so I scroll down till it's $1,000. Okay, sometimes this might be tough. Okay, that's pretty close, so that's about 108. Okay, that's about 108 as far as the amount of hours. So you just gotta scroll down till you find that information. Very important you write out, what did they give you? Whatever they gave you, you got to find the other letter. Okay, let's do another one together. This one says line of best fit. Let's say you're collecting items, I don't know, for like a charity drive or something of that nature. And it gives you days and items collected. So this would be your X, this would be your Y. Okay, all right, once again, I make a table. All right, 1 and 15, 2 and 32, 3 and 51, 4 and 71, 5 and 92. Okay, now I'm gonna have to zoom in here. Too far. All right, there we go. All right, just so I can see my dots. Okay, all right, so I got Y1, curve bracket, a curve thing, AX1 plus B. Okay? All right? Now, once again, this doesn't ask me for the equation. Okay, so it says how many items will be collected by day 14? So day 14. So they gave day 14, which is, they gave the X. So I have to find, I have to find the Y. Okay? All right, so they gave 14 for X. So I want to keep going until I find 14. All right, and that went off the screen. So I probably got to zoom a little bit. Nope, I got to zoom out. Okay, so I want to go until I get to day 14. There we go, 264.5. Okay, so about 264.5 items would be collected by day 14. How long will it collect 30 items? So they gave 300 items. And so that is, the items are Y. So they gave us Y, so we have to find X, okay? So I want to scroll on here till I get to 300. All right, getting closer. I might be as close as I get, so about 15.8 days. Okay, so about 15.8 days. Once again, as long as you're close, if you say 15 or 16 or 15, as long as you're close, remember, all of this is an estimate. Okay? So what I'd like you guys to do is go ahead and pause your video. Go ahead and work on these. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make my table. All right, I got 1 and 84. All right, key thing is this is months and bank account. All right, I got 1 and 84. 2 and 170, 3 and 270, 4 and 360, 5 and 465. Okay, go here, go y1, approximately a x1 plus b. Okay, now I might zoom in. Nope, I want to zoom in maybe to see my numbers. Okay, I might zoom out. Okay, all right, so, all right, what do I got here? It says, how many months until you save $1,500? Okay, so they gave 1,500, and that is the y. So I have to find the x, okay, for 1,500. Okay, so I scroll here until I find the x is 1,500. It's pretty close, so about 15.9, okay? 15.9 will be the amount of months, okay, between 15 and 16 months. How much will you save when you save by month 24? So they gave me month 24. Well, what does that mean? They gave 24 for the month, and that is your x. Okay, that means if I gave x, I gotta find y. So I want to scroll until I get to 24. Okay, for x. All right. All right, that's 2269. That's how much money you would have there. Okay? All right. Let's do one more. Days, let's say you're selling pizzas. Okay? All right. So days and pizzas. So I got my table. Okay? I got 1. I got 12. I got 2. I got 41. I got 3. I got 72. Okay, I got 5 and 131. Okay, I got 8 and 178. Okay, all right, once again, y1 approximately a x1 plus b. Okay. There's my line there. Okay. It says how many pizzas will be sold by day 20. So they gave day 20. This is x. This is y. So they gave x. That means I gotta find y. All right. So I want to find where I got x is 20. Just gotta trace until I get to 20. 475.91. Now, if you want to be realistic and say 475, 476, that makes sense, okay? How long will it take to sell 250 pizzas? So they gave 250 pizzas, which that is going to be y. That means I have to find x, okay? So I scroll till I get to 250. All right, that's going to be 10.6. Okay, so I just got to scroll along there until I get that. Okay? All right, now let's move on to the next part. These are scatter plots. So these are like multiple data, like estimating. Now, the big thing we want to do with the scatter plot is we want to go ahead and just draw a line that sort of splits it. Okay? Now, a couple of things with this, which you have to do. You want to look at, is the slope positive or negative? Is the y-intercept positive or negative? And what it is, okay? So this is crossing at about 40 for the y-intercept, and my slope, because the line goes like this, is negative. So when you get to the choices, you want to find the slope being negative, okay? So these two are out, okay? Slope is negative, and the y-intercept is exactly 40. So that's really all you have to do, okay? So let's look at this one. I draw this, okay? All right, draw this one. So in this case, my slope is positive. My y-intercept is 2, okay? So my slope being positive means it's got to be one of those two. Can't be those because that slope is negative. Where is the slope equaling to? Slope is equaling to there. Okay? All right, so don't make that more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, so go ahead and pause your video and go ahead and try these two. All right, this one, okay, here, I got slope being negative, the y-intercept being about 80, okay? So I got a negative slope, so these two are gonna be possibilities. My y-intercept is 80, okay? So that is going to be my answer right there, okay? All right, I should probably put these in here like this. Okay, so here's what my line will look like. I got a slope of positive. My y-intercept's about -2, somewhere around there. Okay, so my slope is positive, so these two would be out. Okay, a y-intercept of -2, which would make that one my answer. Okay, so that is a video from Line of Best Fit. If you just trace with your graph of the predictions, you're going to be fine. Just looking at whether your slope is positive or negative and your y-intercept, well, you'll be fine with that.